right, welcome to BMP League Racing, Saturday morning league racing here, March 7th, round 4 of our 5-race series. This is we're about halfway through the heavy group here. Got a little bit of a late start. Ted C well out front of the pack here on our outer loop with the kink. Then I think that is Apple Juicy is now in second, and Joey there in third. These guys are the closest battle on track right now. Heavy is on track right now. 8 drivers taking the green flag today. These guys weigh 180 pounds or more. We throw some weight in them as well to get them all to a balanced field. Apple Juicy gets a little bit loose going into the corner. Joey tries to make the run. He kind of got a little box in there. See if he makes it. Oh, he's coming back on the outside. He's going to make an outside run. Joey taking it back to second place. He ran second for a few laps. Apple Juicy there, get back in front of him. They have swapped back spots. Like I said, Ted well out front here. Coming to the white flag, it looks like. Come back here. We got Joey and Apple Juicy running second and third. White flag is in the air for Ted C. Sorry for getting a late start here on this one, but we're going to catch it right here at the end. Catch these last few laps. Outer loop with the kink, a little bit of a shorter layout, a few more laps on the race day. All of our races we try to put right about 10 minutes, so it's about a 60-second lap, give or take a few. Apple Juicy's looking on the outside, going to make Joey run an inside line. Not going to help him get off the corner. Apple Juicy gets a little bit of a run, but isn't enough. He dives to the inside. He's there. He's going. He's going to make it. Apple Juicy takes second place, clears him before the flat 90. Joey gets him a little bit too much. Looks like Joey's going to take it down to the line there, but I think that's going to draw a penalty there for that little bit of a hit there in the apex. Joey takes second. Apple Juicy takes third. And a big gap back here to fourth and fifth and sixth. Seventh is right here. Eighth is back here on the big 90. Oh, seventh makes a spin. Keep it going, buddy. You're still there. Let's see if he can make it back to the line still in seventh. Here comes eighth. He's coming with a full head of steam. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a tight race for last. He's not going to make it. That last spin there cost him a position there right at the end. All right, good job, everyone. All right, so that's the end of our heavy 1 race. Every class does 2 races. Light will be up next. I said light and heavy there. Anyone 180 pounds and up is in this class, driver weight, and then we can add about 64, 65 pounds to a cart. So the heavy guys are maxed out at 245. So if you weigh up to 245 pounds, you are level with a guy who weighs 180 pounds in our carts. Just a neat little feature that we have that works here at BMP. For the light class, the maximum that you can weigh is 180 pounds. So for a guy who weighs, let's do the math backwards, I think it's about 135 pounds, you can run in the light class. Anything like that, we just fill you up and get you as close as we can. For the light guys, it's 180 pound max. So these guys will be jumping out of here in just a second. Today with those guys, we've got 21, I believe, so we're going to split them into 2 groups. First and second in the B race, which will be the first race up for lights, will transfer into the A race. So you've got 13, 14 car field for the heavy A race. We get points out for each position that these guys are going to finish in. Round 2, so we'll have a second race. These guys are going to take the best lap time for race 1, and then that is how we grid it for race 2. So based on your lap time, regrid it, do again, and get a second round of points. Like I said, we're on round 4 of 5, so these guys are getting close to the end of the season for the ones who've been here the whole time, collecting their points, getting close to the points total. We got a pretty sweet trophy this year to get, or this season to give out. So we're pretty excited about that. Last league for summer spring will be March 21st. We'll take a few week break and then we'll get started on summer here shortly after that. So be on the lookout for those details. We'll of course get them pumped out there, emails, and Facebook, and let everyone know. So while these guys are loading getting ready. Take a look over here today. It's Winter MX. They got tons of people on site. Good little practice. They've got their lights up and running, so they are back open to night practice now. Check out their Facebook for their hours of operation. But basically, you got the bikes on one side of the property, and then you got go-karting on the other. Next Saturday, we're going to be closed till 4 o'clock for the Championship Kart Series. The whole pit area here will be packed, filled with racers that bring their own competition karts. They'll come out, race 7 or 8 different classes, ages from 5 on up. We've got classes for everybody, different weight classes, again, just like this. So good time had by everyone. So next Saturday, March 14th, you can come out and watch that. Pit passes are $15 for anyone who wants to go in, or you can watch for free up by the building up here if you want. Alright, we got Light B on the track here ready to roll out. Like I said, outer loop with the kink, a little bit faster track layout, a little bit longer race this time. All the races we try to keep in that 12-minute range or so. So this layout, can't remember what the lap times are specifically, but it's going to be real close to that 60-second marker. You guys are on their formation lap. Beautiful day outside today, beautiful week. Summer's starting a little bit early already, a little bit warm, but that's okay. We're taking that over the heat or the cold anytime. We'll always complain about it being too cold here in Florida, but so these guys are going to be out here on a perfect day, great outdoors weather. Rental carts will open up later on this afternoon as well. These guys are going to make their way down and around. Get ready for that green flag in about half a lap here. A little fist bump from the front row there. Nice little sportsmanship. We'll see how long that lasts when they get down here into turn 1. Well, technically turn 2, 3 for this start. We started a little bit further down the road just to eliminate one little kink spot that just gets a little hung up there on the starts. We are ready to go here. Oscar's got the green flag out and ready. He is ready to go. Green flag is out. Outside row did not get a good start. They are 3 wide on row 2 and 3. Still 3 wide. Got it sorted out. Your outside pole is back to 5th after just a couple of corners. Not a good start at all. Pole man has got about a 3 kart length lead. Remember, this is your slower half of the group, so your running orders, this is the second half of qualifying, the back half of qualifying. First and second will race their way into the A main, which is your top half, your faster group of qualifiers. That'll be here just in a second. That lead is closed up through the switchback section there of the flat 90 into the 4-3 oval section we've got here on the track. Top 3 are nose to tail. 4th is barely hanging on. 2nd looking inside. He thinks twice. Doesn't get the run. That causes 3rd to have to check up. 4th goes to 3rd. 2nd wants that lead, but he just can't make it. Just can't make it stick yet. He's working it. He's going to see what he does. I think your leader's a little bit better in this section. 2nd place is a little bit better on the other side. 3rd place, looking a little racy there as well. 1st place, not getting off the corner there very well. Let's see what happens here as they come through this section. By far, probably one of my favorite parts of this layout is that flat 90 rolled into that quick left-hander there. That is a fast corner. It's easy to get wrong. It's very, it's just almost flat out, almost, and then it opens up. But that whole section is just a very flowing section. It's really fun to drive. Any chance you get to run that layout here at BMP, it's a good one, or that section of corner. Meanwhile, 2nd has finally gotten outside of the 1st place driver. That is not going to be the preferred side. 3rd is looking on the inside. Nose to tail behind the leader, side by side. These guys are going to drag race down the back. And here we are, 6 karts for the lead. Everyone's doing their best to stay on track. A little bit of bumping there, but it's kind of the racing side of things. We got a new leader. He has now stepped out in just 2 corners. He stepped out 5 kart lengths. So I'm wondering if the leader was kind of holding the pack up a little bit there. We'll see here in just a second. He runs wide, gets loose going in again on entry. Your leader's still checking out just a little bit. Your leader in 1 lap goes from leading down to 6th. Big swing for him. Let's see if he can hang on to it here. I know the kart looks like it's a little bit loose on entry for him. He's kind of struggling with that in a few spots. So first, second, third, all kind of strung out about equal distance from one another. Pass for 4th. That brings 6th back into the fold there. That was a good lap and a half of top 6. Was pretty much side by side for the whole way there. Things have kind of settled down here on your top 6. These guys have checked out from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. They've kind of spread themselves out even more up top. So things kind of settled down after 3-4 laps of getting it all worked out. Like I said earlier, this is your light class, so these guys weigh up to 180 pounds. And then we put weight in the carts as well to get everyone bounced a little bit further than that. For the balancing of the carts, all these carts are our carts, BMP rental carts. We spend a couple hours pre-event making sure that all the carts are balanced and equal. We want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance to do well for the leagues here. When we do our test and balance, we make sure that each cart is within about a half a second of one another. That's about as close as you can make 20 different units over a 70-second lap. That's about as good as you can get. We spend, like I said, a couple hours each time doing that. And it seems like when you're driving them that you've got one that's not as fast as the other, but at the end of the lap time is the same. Might be a rocket ship down the straightaway, but it doesn't turn as well. Or you've got one that may not go down the straight very well, but man, it goes through the corner like a dream. So at the end of the lap time says it's the same. It's just how you got there. But we spend a lot of time making sure everything's balanced and equal. We want to make sure that everyone's got a fair shake at a win. Part of that, as the driver, is then you've got to then be ready to adapt to different types of conditions at a kart. Like I said, that the leader originally in the race, now running 6, he's falling back a little bit. His car looked a little loose on entry when he tried to charge the corner. Can't do that with that car. It looks like you got to back it up just a little bit, and it's something he's adjusting to. But that's part of the game, is when you're running random karts. Each time you get in a kart, it's a random assignment. First person gets in the first kart in line, second gets in the second, so on down the road. So it's a pretty easy system. It keeps it random as well. Make sure no one's in the same kart time after time again. But it makes it fun too, because you gotta adapt and learn and figure out what it needs real quick while you're trying to get to the front of the group. This battle back here for that 3rd position, it is getting interesting. These guys are trying to make passes that are tough and hard. They're sliding just a little bit and spreading themselves out. They kind of spread out, then they bunch back up. Spread out and bunch back up. This second position, second position is where that transfer spot is. So first and second transfer out of this race and move into the A race, which will be directly after it. So these guys are fighting for that second spot to race one more race for this first round of races. But like I said, they've kind of spread themselves out nice and even right now. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Like I said, it takes about a lap, but they bunch back up. And then they'll try another pass, and then they'll get spread out just a little bit, and then they'll come back to it. And here they are, 4, third, fourth, or second, third, fourth, all bunched up. Third, looking for that pass on second. He makes it happen. And now we're 4 wide. 2, 3, 4, all in one spot, all in one time. And we're 3 wide coming out of the corner. Back to 2 wide, so we're 2 by 2. We went 4 wide, then we were 3 wide for a second, now we're 2 by 2. This is for second, third, fourth. The leader, loving it. He's checked out. Just on a Saturday cruise here. These guys back here fighting out. Oh, and he runs wide. He's going to lose some time with that. Oh, and he's mad at himself. He knows it. He knows he made a mistake. He ran off the track. He lost the positions. He's now got to catch back up. Hopefully the train has not got away from him a little bit. He can pull it back. Now let's keep it in mind, like I said, this is your slower half of the group. So this is half of the field for the light race. So these guys are technically racing right now. Let's see. Let's say these guys are racing for around 13th to 16th for points for this finish position. So let's keep that in mind. Well, third's running a little off. Fourth is trying to push him up there, trying to get up to that transfer spot. Little bump, little bang. They're trying to figure it out. By far the only race on the track. Everyone else is spread out. This is for that transfer spot. Like I said, a couple laps ago we were 4 wide on this hairpin. Then we came out 3 wide. Then we were 2 by 2. We got single file, and then somebody drove off all by himself. Second place has got a tiny bit of a gap. He's about 5 kart lengths out right now over third place, who's got about the same gap. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like Oscar's got the white flag in his hand. White flag for your leader here. He's in a pretty sweet spot. Let's see who's going to take that second transfer spot. Oh, they're running wide behind. He's going to give them the spot back. That's going to cause them both to not get in that race for that battle. So this is going to be your transfer spot right here. This is second and third. Let's see what happens. He's diving. He's going for it. He's got the pass done. Now he's got to keep it. He's fighting back on the inside. Not the preferred line for the exit of this one, but he's going to try to do it. Oh, they're side by side still. Side by side through the bank. Side by side down the back. Slightly ahead. He lets him go. He's going to run just a little wide. Oh, he didn't make it. He had to back out of it. That is going to be how it finishes, unless something happens down here on the end. Oh, and we missed the leader taking the checker flag. Sorry about that. All right, that was a wild race for a transfer spot. This is your B main. So the A main is coming up here in just a second. That was some hard racing. See back here, yep, all these guys, literally just everyone's back here doing their own race. Meanwhile, second, third, fourth, fighting it out. That was a pretty good race there for a B main. So good job by those guys, relatively clean. A couple little dive bombs there, but nothing that was overzealous. But let's see here. This is fourth and fifth. Those guys traded bangs a little bit. They gave each other spaces back. That was great. Thanks to them for that. We don't have to do any post-race penalties for that. That's awesome. Guys trying to police themselves. All right. That was a great B main for lightweight. That was great. That was a good run. All right, cool. These guys are going to re-rack. Sorry about that. These guys are going to re-rack here. Light A is going to come out on track. This is going to be your faster half qualifying. These guys are going to come out and run their 12 laps. Be about 12 or 13 of them on track, I believe. 2 from this race and 10 or 11 from the front race. So, and best thing, I don't know if you guys can see it, these guys are over there high-fiving each other, shaking each other's hands, saying good job. Good respect on track helps out a ton in these events. Like I was saying earlier, you've got 20 go-karts that are all pretty doggone close to one another. Each got their own little quirks that do better in the other spots. But you've got 60 seconds to try to find where you're a tenth of a second better than somebody. It takes a lot of give and take to know when you're beat through a corner and then when to take it when you've got it. So props to those guys. They did really good for helping police themselves, and when they did somebody wrong, they gave it back. That's very good racing, very good heads up. So that is awesome to see. That's what we like to do here at BMP on the leagues, is you guys kind of police yourselves a little bit, and then if we have to get involved, it's usually post-race penalties, but we encourage you to give those spots back on track so that you can keep racing and try to get that spot back a different way. So good job to them. Super proud of them for making that happen. And that was just a great race. I mean, we were 4 wide going into this section of the track right over here. 4 wide going in, 3 wide coming out, 2 wide all the way down the back. And they came through over here, and only one person ran off track, and that's because he did it himself. So, anyways, great racing for me. A group is loaded up. Looks like they're ready to get going here in just a second. It won't be too terribly long, and they'll be running. And then after that, we'll jump off here, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. March 21st is the last spring league. You'll have donuts here in the lobby. We do donuts or pizza, whichever one. If it's pizza if it's night race, donuts if it's morning race. So we'll have donuts here on site. Come run league. If you haven't done it, come try it out. If you haven't been in a while, come try it out. Come back, come see us, and it's always a good time. So we got one more getting loaded up. He's bringing his weight up into the cart. They'll be out on track here in just a minute. Like I said, you got Spider MX over there today. These guys are motocross track on the other side of the property here at BMP. Check their calendar and Facebook for information as to when they run. If you got a dirt bike and you're looking for something new, this is it. Spider's got it open up. They've got their lights sorted out. Looks like they're going to be getting back on their nighttime schedule here pretty soon. Did a couple test nights with them on the other night. So great turnout by these guys today. Pits are packed over on that side, on the other side of the property, behind the buildings there. And here we go. We're getting the cranky engines, pulling the ropes on these guys here in the front. So this is your light A group. So these are the faster half of the group. Said it before, it's a beautiful day here at BMP in Bushnell. If you haven't been out to us, come over and see us. Got rental carts open up later on this afternoon. Got a corporate event coming up after this, a 1-hour enduro for a group of guys. Doing team races. It'll be a 1-hour race. We'll open up after that, probably around 2 o'clock. So if you got a group, party, business, anything like that, we do all kind of cool events for you guys. Corporate events, birthday parties, bachelor parties, all kind of fun stuff. We do it all for you. We've got a lot of hand motions, a lot of people pointing to where they think they should be, how they should be, where they should be. There's a big gap back here, and the outside road looks like it's not there. I'm not really sure what we got going on here. So, looks like the 11 is in the wrong spot. He should be on the outside. That's the story that we've got going on here. Don't think they're going to catch it here. Yeah, the 11 starts on the wrong, and then he immediately goes to where he should have been. So, not really sure what that was all about by the 11. Clean start through the first couple corners. Oh, we're sideways back here in the chicane. There was 4 guys trying to be in the same 3 spot, and we're back to 3 wide again. Man, lap 1, that was not very forgiving there. But they were also 3-4 wide, so That's a hard place to be that wide that early in the race. Up front, let's see. Front of leaders up front by about about 3 car lengths now. Again, a pack of 5 out front. You got a breakaway here. You got a single car and then another pack of 5. So let's see how this front group runs. They're going to run kind of nose to tail for a second. Second definitely has a better run through the corners. Your leader, I think, has a better exit off. Now they accordion back up, bunch back up again. Top 2 look to get off the corner just a little bit better, and I'd say second a little bit better than first. They open up about a 10 kart length lead. They might be able to do a little checking out here and just kind of ease away from the group. Oh yeah, third runs wide into that rumble strip. He's going to lose third and fourth, go back to fifth. That's one of those tough spots out there, that flat 90. It lures you into thinking that you need to make a very fast, wide corner. And when you get out there on that rumble strip, it just does not let you make that turn back in on this layout. As I said earlier, one of my favorite corners on this layout is that double left back there. They are fast and quick. But man, if you get it wrong just by about 2 inches, you kind of pay the price and you get kind of hung out, just like what just happened there. He not only lost third, he lost fourth, fifth. He's back to sixth from that mistake. Kind of carried him all the way down into the last corner of the lap there. Top 2, car length apart, checked out from each other. Third, fourth, fifth, right there. They're just kind of hanging on, making laps here, seeing what we can get. Fourth, making a pass on third. He runs it deep and hard on the inside. Didn't complete the pass, so they're still side by side. Still side by side. This is opening up position for fifth. He takes it. That is one of those things where you just got to give up just a little bit, and you would have only lost 1, and now both of you have lost 2, looking for 3. Hard racing. And we're 3 wide again on the exit. For some reason today, 3 wide off of the second 180 seems to be the preferred method. I don't think it's the preferred best racing method, but that's just seemingly what's happening today. Top 2 still out front quite a ways. They just keep pulling out further and further. Well, we're side by side back here. Let's see, that is for 5th and 6th. That little skirmish back there has brought in 6th and 7th into the battle. So now you got a 4-kart battle back here for 5th through 7th, 8th. While your leader up front, still the same 2. They are just making laps here, I think. They're just kind of waiting on their time to take the chances there. I am not too sure what's going on here, but that group there just kind of ran into each other. I think one of them got into it, slowed them down. The other guy kind of hit him from behind. That has definitely separated that group up, broke them apart. Let's see, we can kind of reset ourselves here. Kind of everything's kind of settled down a little bit. It's kind of gapped out just a little bit on each other. No immediate battles. By far your closest battle is still on track at the moment. Your first and second spot for your top points paying position here in this first round of racing today. These guys are kind of doing their thing, kind of checking out from the group just a little bit, running pretty consistently, about a tenth and a half faster than the third place finishers, just slowly building that lead, so whenever it's time to start racing they can do that and not have to worry too much about the threat from behind. These guys, like I said, they're kind of just gap themselves, spread themselves out now. Got a battle back here going on. These guys are making passes on each other. through the field here again. Your leader, just ever so slightly, starting to pull away from second place. He's up to about 5 kart lengths. And if I'm not wrong, I think I'm right here. I think that's Sauciest Plum, who is your points leader, I do believe, as well, for this spring series. So he is continuing a strong season here. Second place has not given up. Second place definitely faster on this half of the track. And your leader is definitely quicker from about here on. I think he gets off that one just a little bit better. Runs through this section. Kind of runs through this corner here. This would be like turn 2, turn 3 of this layout. Just ever so slightly gets out ahead of him here. Runs wide. He's going to give him a chance here. He's back to just 1 kart length. I got to tell you, I think third is actually catching back up as well. I don't have a watch on it right now, but he's coming back into this just a little bit. I think these guys have kind of lost that advantage where if they start racing a little bit more, start getting in each other's way going into some corners, that third place racer is going to be right there with them. Definitely catching them. Oh, but second runs wide. Oh man, he ran so wide he had to check up. He has dropped way back from the leader, and he has dropped into now just being a 2 kart lengths ahead of third. Third smelling blood in the water. There, man, third is definitely catching these guys. I know that looks easier because he's caught the second place guy, but that gap is just smaller in general. And now that he's closer to him, you can actually see how much faster he is. Third is just coming alive here in these final couple laps. He's even going to take a look on the inside right now. Oh, but he runs him way wide. They're going to take a look at that after the race on video review. We're going to take a look at that and see how much he got him there. If he ran him too wide, if he was all the way up alongside. Take a lot of factors into that. If the outside guy was even with the inside, then that kind of takes a different approach to it. But we're going to double check that after the race. I have to bet it's not going to affect anything as far as how the running order for round 2 will work. It'll just be a change of position here post-race if there's a penalty that comes out. But he definitely is not running as quick as he was. Third, who's now second here, the 18 kart, he has definitely picked up the pace. And he is, I'd say he's actively running them down. He's definitely closing in. I think he's going to run out of laps. Let's check back here. This third kart in line, this is your 7th place runner. He was your winner from the B race, so he's raced his way up. Got a few more positions out of this. He's going to have a pretty good little points day here. Good for him making it out of that B main and getting up into the A main here. All right, back to your leaders. Fourth is now taking a look, who was our once contender for the lead there, now back into third. I'm going to say that gap up front has gotten bigger. Just using my eyeball here. Don't think he's been able to make, I think he kind of stalled out on his progress. And we got white flag coming out by Oscar here in just a second. Leader takes your white flag. That's that Sauciest Plum there looking for that win. These guys got a good little battle. Up for third here. We've got a pass for third. We're going to come back here and check out this 4th, 5th, 6th action. Last lap action here. Coming into the first 180 here. Good passing opportunity, good speed going into there. Nothing changing up front. The leader still the same top 4. Just a second. Osseous Plum looking to take the checkered flag here. Nothing brewing behind him. He's going to take race number 1 for the day for your light crew. Closest battle on track here is for that 5th, 6th, 7th spot. Coming to the end of the race here, so let's see how it shakes out. Yeah, no big action there, but anyways, great race by these guys for round 1. That's the complete of round 1. Got about a half of the heavy group guys on the front end of the video, and then all the light guys. So we appreciate you guys. We're going to jump off here real quick. March 21st, we get going again for our league, and then April 18th, if you're interested in a 4-hour endurance race, get it, buddies. Get your team signed up. Registration's open for that. 4-hour enduro, 9 pit stops, all in our carts. You do the whole thing. Pretty cool event. If you haven't done one before, we do all the way up to 24-hour events. Got one planned for October this year, so check it out. We'll see you guys soon.